Hi, this is Kerry Artak with Wicked Stocks bringing you your daily Tesla report for Friday, February 20th, 2026. Let's take a look at the charts. I'm going to start with this one. This is the framework that we've been in now for the last week and a half. We're rallying up to a week and a half ago, the 421.29 formation. Then in the low 440s, I believe, or upper 430s, able to contain weekly highs. This is a 2 to 3 week swing trade, below which 369.64 in reach. Over the next 2 or 3 weeks, you can see we'll be in really the kind of the mid to upper 320s on this particular formation. So it could be quite a bit lower than 369.64. What we're really doing is following this formation, the base of it south, until we test it, and then we take profits at the channel bottom. On the way down, there is a 372.73 that now correlates pretty well with 369.64, but over time they will diverge, and 372.73 will be considered a respectable support level. We may reduce it to session containment only on the way down because it really is this channel bottom that we're looking for. And another thing that needs to be mentioned is that during all this, and it actually may happen today, we close at 411.67 today. That is, when I say today, I mean like Thursday. I'm recording this Thursday afternoon after the close. On Thursday, we close at 411, or roughly right around 411.67. And if we close Friday, today, February 20th, below 414.18, we have ourselves a sell signal on the weekly chart. I'm not going to make a big deal about it because we're already playing the short side of the market below 421.29, right? And so what this does is it affirms really the sell signal status that we're in right now, 369.64, a 2 to 3 week target. On the way down, we do have this 390.12 level that you can see over here to the far right. That is, and I'm looking for it, here it is, right? No, that's not it either. I don't even know if we show it anymore. Apparently, we are not showing 390.12 anymore. So there it is. It's still there, 390.12. It actually held the lows in a couple of weeks ago, a 3/8 downside Fibonacci from that April low against the more recent December high. And so it can continue to contain, and we're kind of sticking to it as an intraday support. But if you want to consider this a session containment level, feel free. And yes, if we close below 390.12, that is another rationale to go short. So if you wanted to add to your short position, or if you've yet to go short and we close below 390.12, which is not likely to happen today, but if over the next few days, that affirms really this 369.64 as a realistic objective, and that could be within just a week or two of closing below 390.12. 369.64 is dropping and will converge in early to mid-March with this rising speed line at 350.54, and it will, as we continue into later March, early April, converge with this rising channel bottom at 319.55. So what am I saying? I'm saying when you combine everything from near term to the big picture that we're looking at right now, I've been saying for a month that if we close below the 414.18 channel bottom on a weekly basis, and we could do it today, and it would be the first time we actually would close below that 414.18 channel bottom. That in itself is an indication of 319.55, which will be climbing into the 320s and 330s as we move into March, April. And so it's not so much a 319.55, but more of like a 330s objective, which lines up pretty well with this descending channel bottom that will be by the middle of March in the 330s anyway. So there you have it.
If you're looking for your daily NVDA analysis, you can now find it at wickedstocks.com, where it's part of a full suite of daily analysis videos, including the Daily SPY Report and Daily Triple Q Report. Sign up now and get immediate access so you don't miss a single day.
This is a long way for me to say that holding below 429.29 will keep the 330s in reach over the next month or two. And that becomes underscored with the settlement today below 414.18. Just a minor point right now. We're not making a fuss about it, but I just want you to know that we would be in a secondary sign of weakness were we to close below 414.18. Now for the upside. If we do happen to close today above 429.29, forget everything I said over the last 4 minutes, because over the next 3 to 5 weeks, I would expect this 502.28 formation. And on the way up, we would have, this 5/8 Fibonacci at 456.31. I would call this a 1 to 2 week target. If we were to close today above 421.29, no good reason to stay short on two counts, really. One is we're actually just above that channel top. That is a buy signal unto itself. And number two, we've not closed the week below 414.18, which maintains a stable dynamic as we move through the month of March. So closing above 421.29, 3 to 5 week objective. This could stretch into a couple of months at 502.28, 502.28, the beginning of a wide range up to 534.85, a 6-year rising channel top on the weekly chart that can indeed absorb buying pressures not only on a quarterly basis, but quite possibly through the entire year. I want you to know that that earlier this week we put out a stock pick on Broadcom. You could take advantage of our 2-week free trial and see that for free. We also have a couple of other stock picks that are pending, not yet activated. We'll have 2 more next week, et cetera, et cetera. You could see all of our stock picks, our daily NVDA analysis that we put out at wickedstocks.com, daily SPY, daily Triple Q, our weekend analysis that covers the S&P 500, the NASDAQ 100, and Apple stock. So check us out at wickedstocks.com and take advantage of that 14-day free trial. I will be back Sunday with Monday's Tesla report, and you have a great weekend.